Wow. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Lundy, my good friend, my classmate, thank you so much for joining us today. Beautiful, everybody's in place. Hey folks, today is a great day for living, sharing, and being alive. And this is Dr. Herbert Harris. And this is our Wisdom Wednesday. Sade, thank you. Kenya, thank you. Nashe, wow. Everybody's in the house today. Well, today is a special day. Today we're going to be talking about something powerful. The question today is, how big is your dream? How big is your dream? How big is your vision that you have for yourself? And as you know, all of our projects and all of our programs are taken from our book, The 12 Universal Laws of Success. And today we're going to really apply some of the principles from the 12 Universal Laws of Success. Our affirmation for today is this. I constantly visualize my purpose, seeing it clearly in my mind. I constantly visualize my purpose, seeing it clearly in my mind. How big is your dream? It's really about where we are right now. When we look at where we are at this point in the year, we're looking to close this year out strong and begin next year stronger. And the point is that wherever we close this year, we begin next year. So why not close out this year at the highest level, the highest vibration? In order to do that, you need two things. You need the realization, the mindset that you are in the game of life and that you're playing to win. And the second thing you need is the tools. Are the tools you need to create success. And one of the things I want all of you to do as you hear this today, I want you to do us a serious favor. When we complete this today, I want you to go to our website, herbertharris.info. And there are two things I want you to see there. Number one, we call it the Ultimate Success Bundle. That is your toolbox for success. So as we talk about how to manifest your big dream, I want you to focus on the fact that you need the right tools to make it happen. So the ultimate success bundle has everything you need to create the life you want, has everything you need to close out strong and begin next year stronger. It has the audio book, 6 hours of recordings of the 12 Universal Laws of Success. It has the ebook, so you can read it on your phone, on your computer. It has the home study course, the New You for the New Year home study course, which helps you transform yourself from where you are to where you want to be, helps you assess where you are, make the changes, set new goals, and then lay out a plan. It also has tons of motivational and inspirational audios and videos to help you do, be, and have anything you desire. So in this context of now of having the tools, let's look at how big is your dream. Your dream is no bigger than the obstacles you permit to stop you. You know, we're entrepreneurs, and very often we'll offer somebody a business opportunity. I'm a network marketer. I've been a network marketer for, I don't know, 40, 50 years, since I was a baby. And very often people will say, I want to make money. I want to get rich. And we say, okay, well, Saturday morning, we have a training going on. Come on down and we'll teach you the skills necessary to get rich. They go like, oh man, Saturday morning, 9 o'clock Saturday morning, that's my day to sleep in and rest. So whatever their dream was no bigger than the need to sleep in and rest on a Saturday morning. It may be a rainy day. I'm sure many of you have had people say, well, I'll come and be a part of whatever you're doing, but it rained. So a rainy day might be that thing that's an obstacle to keep you from being and doing and having whatever you desire. So how big is your dream? Your dream is no bigger than the obstacles you permit to stop you. So guess what? Don't let anyone or anything stop you. We all have those David and Goliath moments where Goliath is whatever is stopping us. But the David and Goliath moment says you have the ability to attack Goliath. You have the ability to take him out. You have the ability to go beyond him. There's a great spiritual principle that says, where there is no vision, the people perish. If you have no dream, you fail. So, folks, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, when you look at where you are right now, what is your dream? How big is your dream? You see, a dream is a vision of something you would like to see, something you would like to be. Your dream is based on your imagination. You see, Albert Einstein said, imagination is more powerful than knowledge because knowledge is limited, where an imagination encompasses the whole world. So if you have a dream based on your imagination, you have the ability to manifest it. What does it require? Number one, your dream requires faith. You see, once you have a dream, then you can have faith. Faith requires something that you want to be. Think about this. The definition of faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So you have to hope for something. You have to want something. If you have no dream, if you have no vision, you will fail. And when I say fail, it means that you will get what the world has in store for you rather than what you want to see and be. Your dream requires patience. One of the things we learn from the dreaming process that the dream is a lot like a seed. When you plant that seed into your consciousness, into your conscious mind, into your subconscious mind, and you connect it to your superconscious mind, that seed now can grow. But you must have faith in the process. You must, one, have faith in yourself, and then faith in the process for growth. So you can't be like the farmer who plants a seed. You know, corn has a season. And one of the things that we must always understand about our dreams, especially when we talk about big dreams, is that every dream has a season. So if the farmer desires to feed his family and he plants the corn today, no matter how hungry his family gets, no matter how badly he wants to feed them, corn has a 60 to 90-day cycle for growth. So I share that with you because I know that many of you today listening have dreams that are big dreams. And to realize that the dream itself has a season. And so to put your actions, your activities, your plans congruent with the season for the dream itself. So if it takes 60 days for the corn to grow, that farmer must have faith and keep watering and cultivating that corn so that the corn can grow, so that now 60 days down the line, he can feed his family, the dream manifests. You know, they often tell the story of the Chinese bamboo tree. Very interesting tree. That's a tree that you have to nurture and water and protect for 5 years. It grows beneath the earth for 5 years, so you see nothing. But in that 5th year, it grows sometimes a foot a night. It grows so fast you can hear it grow. But can you imagine the bamboo tree farmer who says, I wonder if it's growing? And so your dream must be something that you have total faith in, that you believe without doubt. That's critical. Doubt can undermine your dreams. You know, there's a scriptural, a story that says that the master teacher, Christ, said, he says, if you tell this mountain to be cast into the sea and doubt not, then whatever you say will happen. So that's the way it is about your dreams. Even though it seems impossible for the mountain to be cast into the sea, if you doubt not, it will manifest. And so when we start talking about the dreams you have for yourself to close out this year, you must first have faith in your ability and the process. And then second, you must have total belief for which there is no doubt. Along those lines, you also need to get away from negative people. You see, sometimes your doubt may not manifest until somebody else expresses their doubt. Those listening today, just think about that. How many times have you had a good idea and wanted to do something, wanted to be something, and then when you shared it with somebody, they poo-pooed all over it? If that's happened, okay, I want even to tell you to write it in the box. Ignore it. Because when people poo-poo on your dreams, you convert that poo, and you know what poo is. You convert that poo to fertilizer and make your dreams grow bigger. Life is a game. The dream is the scoreboard. The dream is how you make a goal. You know, in football, when you cross the finish line, you get a point. Well, the dream is the manifestation of your desires. And when you're in the game of life, two things are required. One is a goal, something you want to be, do, and have. And the second is a plan. To know the rules, to understand the rules, and then use the rules to make it happen. I go back again to the ultimate success bundle. One of the reasons we put that together is because in that bundle, you have everything you need to create the dream that you want to manifest in your life. So be sure to go to our website, herbertharris.info, and click on the ultimate success bundle. We also talk about the 12 universal laws of success. This is your success Bible. You need to get one for yourself and get one for somebody else, because the people around you have dreams, and if you can help their dreams, it manifests their dreams. So let's go forward now. What is the process for making these dreams manifest in your life? What do you have to do? One of the key things is to understand exposure. You see, your dream is often related to your level of exposure. There is a relationship between your dream and your knowledge. And so it's important to be aware of and to understand the bigness of your dreams. What do I mean? One of the great motivational trainers many years ago said something very powerful. He said, Robert Allen said this: dream lofty dreams, and as you dream, so shall you become. Your vision is the promise of what you shall one day be. Dream lofty dreams, and as you dream, so shall you become. Your vision is the promise of what you shall one day be. And so as you begin to think about this process of creating this dream, your big dream for yourself, to realize this, that there is no vision, there is no dream without a provision. That the simple fact that you have a dream, that you see something big, that you see something incredible that you want to accomplish, the wherewithal is already there. The fact that you had that dream and the fact that you saw that vision prepared you and prepared the world for it manifesting in your life. It literally creates the vibration that attracts the manifestation of the dream into your life. One of the key components of this big dream is your awareness, your consciousness. You see, your dream is often limited by your consciousness, your awareness. I'll give you an example. As a network marketer, my coach asked me one day, what is your vision? What is your goal? And at that time I said, my goal is to make $1 million a year. And I had it all figured out. That's $84,000 a month. That's my goal. And the teacher looked at me and he said, why so little? It shocked me. You know, I really did not, I never thought about that. Why so little? He said, why not make $1 million a month? And I realized something. I had never seen what my life could be if I made $1 million a month. So those of you who are listening today, those of you who will listen in the future, don't dream small dreams. You see, you have the ability to dream as big as you desire. When I thought about what my teacher said to me, and I looked at my life, I like every challenge, every issue, every financial problem I had, a challenge I had would be solved the first month. $1 million was taking care of everything, but then what? And I realized that the dream was a challenge of consciousness. That in order for me to attract what I was truly worth, I had to see my value in that context. So those of you who are on this call and who will be listening, whatever your financial goals are to close out this year, whatever your financial goals are to make next year your year for outrageous success, multiply it by 10. Once you multiply it by 10, now try to visualize your life the way it would be if it was multiplied by 10. So if your goal was a 100,000, you know, what did they say, a 6-figure income, it's 100,000 a year. We'll multiply it by 10. Say, hey, my goal is $1 million a year. What would my goal, what would my life look like if I made $1 million a year? That sets us up for the process for helping your big dreams manifest. One, knowing that it's about awareness. And if you see little, you be little. But if you see a lot, you'll be a lot. 2, it's about faith. Total faith in yourself and in the process. And now 3, let's look at the process for making it happen. Step 1, to dream your big dream. You have to make a decision. You have to make a decision about what you really want. And I'm talking about in great detail. So from that example, if I wanted to make $1 million a month, I had to make a decision now and say, listen, that is my goal. And once you make a decision, you have to be concise and complete about it. You have to be committed to it. You can't say, I want to make $1 million a month and then wonder, I don't know how. One of the real powers of this spiritual awareness process is that if you have the desire that's deep enough and you have the vision that's clear enough, don't worry about the how. The universe will make it happen. So step 1, to make that decision, to decide to go for it, whatever it may be. It may be a new job. It may be a new business. It may be a new relationship. But whatever it is, to make a decision this day. The only time we have control over is right now. So those of you who are listening, when you finish, make a decision. This is my goal for the rest of this year. This is my goal for next year. This is the vision I see for myself. Step 2, write it down. The spiritual process, as laid out in the Habakkuk, one of the shortest books in the Bible, and it says, write the vision, make it plain upon tablets, that he may run that readeth it. Though it may tarry, wait for it, it will surely come to pass. Let me unpack that for you. So when you say write it down, you write it down in great detail. I mean, how does it look? How does it feel? Back to that example, $1 million a month. How will my life look if I'm making $1 million a month? How will it feel? Where will I live? What will my house look like? How will my relationship be with my family? Who are the people that I will associate with? You see, once you write it down and describe it in great detail, the greater the detail, the greater the sensory expression of what you want, the greater the vibration you create inside you. You know, you can say, I want a cake. But if you can create inside the smell of a cake, if you can remember when your mom used to make a cake and how that the smell of the cake coming out of the kitchen, that smell now can give you the power to create and make that cake. Writing the words down may or may not, but if you can describe what that smell is, that creates the vibration for manifestation. When you write it down, put a date on it. You see, anytime you write a dream without a date, it's just a wish. But the moment you put a date on it now, you're creating an appointment with destiny. You're creating a commitment with yourself. So make a decision, write it down in great detail. Step 3. Step 3 is the one step that most people never follow, but yet it is the easiest step of all. What's step 3, Dr. Harris? It's written in every personal development book you've ever read. You can go back to Think and Grow Rich. You can go back to Magic of Thinking Big. You can go back to Secret of the Ages. Every personal development goal-setting book says the same thing. It says, read your goal aloud at least 3 times a day. Of all the goal-setting principles and processes, this is the one that most people never do. Eva, thank you for joining us today. Wow. Wow. Ronette, thank you. Essence of Faith. Tiffany, wow, what a great group today. This idea of reading it over aloud 3 or 4 times a day is critical. Think about this, how easy it is for your mind to wander. When you read it over 3 or 4 times a day, you're literally programming your mind to stay focused on your goal, on your vision. So if that goal, whatever it is, if that goal, whatever it is important and you've written it down, how long does that take? A minute? 2 minutes? 3 times a day? If there's one thing that's critical, this is it. When you read that goal over 3 or 4 times a day, and you know what? You may want to read it every hour, because the more that you can focus your mind on the realization and the visualization of the goal, of the vision, of the dream, the more vibration energy you put into the universe to attract it into your life. And then finally, step 4. See yourself as though you have already received it. Folks, let me tell you something. These 4 steps, if you follow them, nothing is impossible. Make a decision. Write the vision. Read it aloud at least 3 times a day, and then see yourself as though you have already achieved it. When you visualize yourself as the dream manifested, you are literally laying the blueprint for its realization. The more that you can see, you create that vibration within you. And you know, we all talk about the law of attraction, but this is how you put the law of attraction to work for you. When you can see yourself in the place that you want to be, see yourself as the person you want to be, you attract into your space everything needed to make it manifest. So let's bring it home now. To be the dreamer, you must get out of your comfort zone. You know, the comfort zone is a place where nothing grows. That all of the growth, all of the experiences that we have come as a result of us being uncomfortable about our situation. You know, when my good friend, Kenya Crooks, when people are uncomfortable about how they look, about their physical appearance, they go to Kenya and say, look, make me over. Help me lose weight. help me build up some muscle tissue. When people are stuck in the reality of their challenge, they may go to Eva Brito, in one of her resurrection seminars, one of her latest conferences where women get a chance to see themselves in another light. They get a chance to see themselves free to be. But it's that discomfort that makes you seek. You see, if you stay in your comfort zone, you'll never seek. There are three things that I'd love for us to remember as we take this process. Number one, surround yourself with people who are excited about you, who love you and uplift you. The reason for that is because when you have this magnificent dream, this big dream, you have to share it with other people to create the mastermind power to help it manifest. And so it's critical that the people around you are people who are excited about you, who love to see you, who want to see you lifting up. Number two, remember this. Sometimes you have to go slow to go fast. You know, in our excitement, we can make bad decisions. Many times when our condition, our situation is negative or challenging, we may make bad decisions. So you have to go slow to go fast. Then the third key, and this is the most important. When you get to the top of the mountain, and the top of the mountain means that as you progress along this journey, that this whole process is a continuous process of growth and transformation. So when you get to the top of the mountain, when you have raised your level of consciousness, your level of awareness, when you've come out of the forest of doubt and limitation, and you get to the top of the mountain, you know what you realize and you learn? There's another mountain. The life is about climbing mountains, that always rising our consciousness, rising our goals, rising our vision. And so there's always another mountain to climb. And so be committed to do that. Last point's about your vision. You don't have to create something that's never been done. It's about your mindset. Think about this. Jeff Bezos. I remember meeting him at the Chicago Book Expo around 97. And Amazon had a big booth there, and he was sharing. And I'll say this, Amazon helped the original publication of the 12 Universal Laws of Success attract worldwide attention, because we were one of the early books on Amazon. When you meet Jeff Bezos, he's not tall, he's not impressive, but the one thing he was intense. You got an idea that he was focused on his goal. Now, if you read the story, you see Amazon was not profitable for many years, because when Jeff Bezos decided to follow that vision, when that was his big dream, people thought he was going up against Barnes and Noble and Borders and all these other bookstores. They thought he was selling books. But Bezos had a different paradigm. He said, I'm not selling books. What I'm doing is helping bring information to people wherever they are. And you see what has happened over the years. Amazon's one of the largest corporations, and they have built on that, bring information and products to people wherever they are. Thank God, Barnes and Noble, the largest bookstore around, thank you, you know what's really keeping them alive? The coffee shop. Even Steve Jobs, when he had a vision, he had a vision about computers. Think about this. And I'm sharing these stories because if you have a big vision, it's very easy to become doubtful, because when you look at the environment, you say, oh man, nobody can go up against this Goliath. When Steve Jobs came up with the idea for Apple, the Goliath was IBM. IBM was a corporation that was so big and then so branded that literally computers were called IBM machines. You young folks don't remember that. But when you saw a computer, it was called an IBM machine. Steve Jobs had a different vision. IBM saw computers as things to be used by engineers with X's and O's. Bezos, Steve Jobs saw a computer as a way for people to express themselves. Remember the first Apple, you could do graphics. Nobody had ever seen that before. And so I say to this to you, dream big. There's no dream that you can have that you can't accomplish. God gives you the dream, but God also makes provisions for your manifesting the dream. 2, have total faith in your ability to get it done, to hang in there, to do whatever it takes, to have that dream bigger than the obstacles, bigger than the fear, bigger than the disappointments, bigger than the failures. 3, follow the 4-step process. Make a decision to transform your life and go for it. Write it down in great detail, in sensory detail. Read it aloud 3 or 4 times a day. I say read it aloud every hour. And then finally, see yourself as the dream manifested. See yourself as though whatever you were seeking was already done. Let's just take a deep breath. When you can do these things, folks, nothing is impossible. And so as we close out this year, listen to this over and over. I think this can give you some good nuggets to help you close out strong and begin the new year stronger. To understand that the vision is your vision, and that all you need to accomplish that vision is the faith that you can get it done and the tools to do it. And I'm going to implore each and every one of you, if you want the toolbox, all the stuff that you need to help manifest your big dream, then be sure to go to our website, herbertharris.info. herbertharris.info, and get the Ultimate Success Bundle, because it has everything in it you need. It has the digital version of the 12 Universal Laws of Success, so you can read it on your phone, on your computer. It has the 12 Universal Laws of Success audiobook, and that's something nobody else has. Over 6 hours of recorded information, so you can listen and you can feed your mind as you're moving along. It has the New You for the New Year Home Study course, so you can now work on yourself at your pace, so that you can now listen to the audios. There are really 5 audios. The audio, how to assess your situation, how to look at yourself and say, man, this is what I got to do. I got 25 days left in the year. Let me get busy. Where you can look at what you need to do to change your life, where you can see how to set new goals, new visions, and how to make an action plan. And then there are tons of other goodies, a workbook to help you go through the 12 Universal Laws of Success most effectively. So I'll end with this, folks. You can be whatever you want to be. You can do anything you desire. You can have anything you want, go anywhere you want to go. Always knowing that the best is yet to come. As long as you have a vision and the tools to make it happen, it will be done. And so it is. Thank you so much for being with us today. Please share this, listen to this, make some commentary, make some comments, share how you've been using this material to transform your life. And once again, be sure to go to our website, www.herbertharris.com, because everything you need to get anything you want is right there waiting for you. And so it is. The best is yet to come.